Hello fabulous clinicians, it's Jo Muirhead here and this is Private Practice for the 27th of February 2018. I think it's Tuesday, pretty sure it's Tuesday. Remember my Wednesday this week's going to be pretty full on. Maybe it's Wednesday, no I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. Hey, I have something fairly challenging to talk about today on top of the very challenging blog post I'm in the process of writing. How much are you willing to invest or spend to feel safe? Now, I ask this question because I've recently needed to undertake a review of my professional indemnity and public liability insurance. Now, I've been like many clinicians, I've been buying wholesale policies through my professional association. I had been doing that for years and years. But the nature of my work has changed, the nature of the way I conduct myself has changed, the expectations of my customers has changed, my revenue has changed, and all of those changes can have a really big implication on how you insure yourself against risk. So yes, this is a boring conversation about businesses and their insurances, but it's bigger than that. See, none of us would dare be in practice without the right insurance. And if you don't know if you've got the right insurance, then you need to go find out, because the last thing you want to do is find out that somebody is suing you for $10 million because you couldn't be bothered to go and find out how you needed to be insured. And don't think it doesn't happen, because it does. And anyone from the US who is watching this, you guys are litigation central. You have an economy at times that is built on litigation. You guys really need to be aware of your insurance and your risk. So insurance is all about risk mitigation. So we basically pay a premium so that we can feel safe, knowing that if somebody decides to sue us or is unhappy with us or complains about us, then we've got services and funds that we can draw upon to help protect ourselves and our business interests. So in my professional indemnity insurance, if I was sued and found to be at fault, I wouldn't be able to practice anymore. So I actually need somebody around who can help preserve my reputation and advocate very strongly for me. So my insurance policy needs to include those provisions. As you know, I have a team. I also need provisions in my team that look after me if they do something wrong, because they're not going to be the ones that get sued first. I'm going to be the one that gets sued first, and then my insurance company is going to have to go and recover insurance costs from them. So I didn't want to go and freak out my team this week or last week or the week before when I was doing all of this. But I found it necessary to help them understand that it was time for all of them to go and speak to their insurance broker or advisor about whether or not their insurance was actually covering what they needed it to cover for them. Now, in some cases it has been, and in some cases like mine, it hasn't been. But I was so grateful for one of my clinicians who turned around and said, Jo, thank you so much for helping me do that exercise to help put my mind at ease so that I understood what I needed to be insured for, so that I can rest and just do the work that I know how to do. Because some days adulting is hard and insurance is icky, and those forms and all that legal speak, holy crap, all about, man, it's a lot of effort and a lot of work. But it's important if you're serious about having a business, if you're serious about being a clinician of credibility and of ethics and professionalism, then you're going to have to insure yourself. We can't be practicing without adequate coverage. It's just not fair to us. It really isn't fair to us. So I've been asked by one of our customers to have $20 million worth of coverage, which is twice as much as I thought I needed. Now, because I want twice as much coverage, my premiums have, of course, doubled. So when I get the invoice for that premium, I freak out because there's a lot of zeros after that 5. I don't like it. It's not what I used to pay. I'm used to paying $300 for 12 months, and now I've got something with a 5 and 3 zeros after it. It's not comfortable. But do I want to be sued for $20 million and lose my capacity to earn, probably my health, my business, my friends, my reputation? How much is that worth to protect? It's a much bigger conversation than what is the cheapest, most cost-effective insurance that is out there on the market. Now, some of you might be going, Jo, that's a ridiculous amount of money to pay for insurance. You actually don't know the whole story. And I'm very confident in my broker. I think she's amazing. She's helped me understand. I really am trusting and have absolute certainty that I am now adequately insured. So I can go to bed and sleep well because that's taken care of. Not necessarily sleeping well because of other issues, but that one is not keeping me awake. But it got me thinking about where else we are prepared to not invest and not spend on account of staying safe, on account of wanting to feel certain. And that really opens up a whole question about marketing and sales and putting yourself out there and learning how to do online marketing and learning how to do offline marketing, because marketing makes you feel uncertain and unsafe. That's a pretty high premium to keep your practice small, to keep you small, and to stop clients from finding probably the person that they need to help them deal with the issues they've got. So some of us are really motivated by the carrot, and some people like me are really motivated by the big stick. And this is a conversation today for people who are motivated by the big stick. So let's look at our risk, let's look at the reward, and let's look at what we're doing to keep ourselves safe, which is actually keeping ourselves small, which is actually sabotaging our attempts for growth. So there comes a day when you need to put on your big curl undies and realize you've got to pay your taxes, your insurance, you've got to pay your employees well, you've got to pay for resources and people and advisors. It's about growing up in your business. And some of us need to hear it and take action. So sorry that it's a bit of a Debbie Downer on you today, but I think it's a really important discussion to be having. And if we're not talking about this stuff on this video series, then when are we going to be talking about it? So having a successful, sustainable and profitable private practice means it's one that is secure, that you're taking financial responsibility for, and that you've got good risk strategies in place. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be in the city. I'm going to be hanging out with the awesome Nicola again. So you can expect that there will be all sorts of energy coming through these videos for the rest of the week. Let me know if there's anything in this video that's raised some concern for you today. If anybody here in Australia wants the contact of a trustworthy business insurance advisor, send me a private message. I'm really happy to share the details of my advisor with you. I'm not here to get anything from them. I just think she's great and I'm really grateful for her services. So this is Jo signing off, wishing you a fabulous evening.